Hey, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Shem Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostle, that was great millstone. Peace and blessing to Yah can push his truth throughout the four winds. Okay, as you can see, the video is entitled Always Pray. Okay, because the times and what's going on right now, we can tend to get lost in things of the world. Okay, we can tend to get lost in things of the world, and the key core values of walking in this ministry is praying, fasting, and just spiritual things, and everyday life and things that come with everyday life can basically hinder you from these things, so sometimes you just need a friendly reminder. Sometimes you just need to be nudged. Okay, you need to be nudged that prayer and fasting is something that needs to be done often. Okay, if the shoe fits, wear it. This isn't for everyone. I just know I need a friendly reminder every now and then to basically get it together. On the prayer tip. I'm saying, it's just life. Just being in this flesh and going through the things you're going through. These things are often looked over because of those things. You can get sidetracked. So I'm gonna start off in the book of Luke. This is Luke 18. It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought to always to pray and not faint, saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not the Most High, neither regarded man. So this is just a scenario. Okay, and this scenario we're going through. All right, and this city would be the nation of Israel. Okay, in this current captivity that we're in. All right, so what we have to understand is it's a lot of distractions in this world. It's a whole lot of distractions. And these things were set up to solely have us forget the basic principles of walking in this truth. All right. Now, this is a precept, Proverbs 30:12. It says, there's a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. Okay, there's a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes. Okay, and their eyelids are lifted up. So this generation that we're in right now, man, they're full of themselves. Okay, totally full of themselves. But we're not of this generation like that, because we're not walking in a earthly mind frame. Okay, so it says there's a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth and the needy from among men. So these same people, these very same people that are of our nation, when we bring forth this truth, they scoff, and they come with cruel words. They tell you everything you're saying is off. Now we got to keep in mind, just that alone put you in the mind frame. If you're not walking strongly and praying and fasting, it puts you in the mind frame of doubt, and you don't want doubt to creep in. Okay. So when we go back to Luke, the first verse, it says, saying there was in a city a judge which feared not, neither regarded man. So this judge, he didn't fear nor regarded man. Now this is a parable. In verse 3, it says, and there was a widow in that city. This would be the elect. Okay? Because every somewhat Christian pastor or things of that nature, they truly don't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So they really don't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But the Lord's true spirit and him hearing our prayers by us knowing his name, we go right past them. Okay? But this is just a parable. It says, and there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. Okay? So now, Ezekiel 9:4, this is us. It says, and the Lord said unto them, go throughout the midst of the city, throughout the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So, we understand that these men, they're going to be constantly, on a daily basis, hating the place that they live in, hating the wickedness that's pushed forth in the society that they live in. Okay? They're going to hate it. That means they're going to constantly be praying for salvation to get out of this place. Okay? 4. And he would not for a while. Now, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it would seem that, well, it's going to explain itself. It says, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man. This is a precept. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offenses and seek my face in their affliction. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So now what we understand is that this widow, when she becomes a widow and understands that she's a widow and she can't fight for herself, all she could do is leave it in the judge's hands. Okay? And that's us. We understand now in this truth that we can't fight for ourselves. Okay? We can't physically fight. We can spiritually fight through prayer and fasting. That's the only way. All right? You will not win a physical fight. So the only way is prayer and fasting. Okay? That's us. We're that widow. We realize. We've realized, okay, it's going to be a point in time where Yahweh wasn't going to basically hear us until we truly acknowledge our offenses. Okay? And when we truly acknowledge our offenses would be when we got the true name of Yahweh we got true understanding of everything, and we repented rightly and a rightful mind frame. Okay? So now look at this judge. 5, it says, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. Okay? She wearies me by constantly no rest. Okay? And this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 17. Pray without ceasing. Constantly let the Lord know that the situation you're in, you really don't want to be here. Okay? You're going to continue to pray and fast and deal with what you have to deal with, but he's fighting for you. So you're constantly praying for the strength to endure. You're constantly praying for the energy, the mind frame to stay stable in this wicked society we stay in, or we live in. But you truly didn't want to be here, bro. It's like the agent in the Matrix. Like I hate this place. It's like pure filth, you know. So we have to understand and realize that this place is just garbage. So by it being garbage and we not want to be here, we should constantly be in a mind frame of let's pray out of this place, man, because there's nothing here for us. You know, it's all blasphemous. Okay, and with that, we have to constantly trouble the Lord. We have to constantly trouble the Lord and let Him know that we don't want to be here. So this is what happens: prayer, fasting, constant prayer, constant fasting. Okay. So we're gonna seek Him early. Okay, it says, and the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge said. See what he said? That unjust judge that didn't even believe in him, you're like, but see, I got to get this woman off my back. She's going to weary me because she's praying like, I'm not going to stop until I get an answer. Until Yahweh Shem Yahushua come through for me. And that's how we're supposed to be. That's the mind frame we're supposed to be in. Okay? And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? He's long suffering with us. You think he don't want to get back? You don't think Yahweh wants to get back and destroy this place? He does, because he hears our cry for help. Okay? Our cries for help has reached him. He wants to come and get us out of this place. You know, he's long suffering with us. Okay? But that's the thing. An open report goes back day by day by day by day. See how about you outside. And every time we lift up a prayer in righteousness and truth, it gets back to how about you outside. Okay? That's bringing down strongholds. That's why we always have to learn, no matter what we're going through, to face east and seek the face of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Sometimes it just gets crazy in the world and your everyday life that you go through a phase of like, oh man, I didn't pray. What am I doing? You know, life just comes like that sometimes. But you need a friendly reminder. Me, personally, what I do is like, I've had like alarms set. Pray, pray, pray. You know what I'm saying? Pray. Salvation depends on it. Pray. You know, everything you need to do, because life gets in the way, man. You have children. You know, sometimes you just need to be kicked or kick yourself to where you get it. All right? And it says, and 8, and I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. You know what I'm saying? It's going to speed up the time for the elect's sake. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? The question, is he going to find faith? Is he going to find men that constantly praying and believing? Of course he is. That's the way it was set up. Okay? But we have to be in a mind frame of constantly praying and fasting. You know, that makes the situation a whole lot better. I want to hold up the process by slacking on the friend. Okay? And he spake this parable unto uncertain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get people who trust in themselves, even Israelites. You know, you're gonna get even Israelite men that trust in themselves. You know, there's certain things you can't just do in this truth, bro. You can't drop the ball, pick it up when you want to pick it up. You know, you can't do the work, stop and say, I'm gonna take off this season and I'm gonna come back. It don't work like that. That's why it's a lot of people running around here that have one or the other, but they don't have both. They don't have the spirit and they have truth, or they have spirit and they don't have the truth. Okay? You're gonna have one or the other. A lot of men run around that have the truth, but they don't have the spirit. A lot of men that have the spirit, but don't have the truth, and that's just what it is. Because let's keep it real. Everybody's not going to make it out of this place, even knowing the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because you have a lot of wishy-washy, you know, but that's a whole nother video. So the thing is, what we have to do is constantly pray, constantly fast, constantly be in the mind frame of getting it right, you know, because if we don't, that holds a prophecy, because we, in the times that we're in, we should be going extra hard with the praying and fasting. We should be going extra hard because we're seeing the finish line. And by seeing the finish line, you're like, okay, it's almost over, so let's run harder. You want to always give it your all regardless. But seeing that finish line, man, your